Hey everyone, Charlie here, and welcome to another LTP Masterclass, the series where I delve deep into a particular piece of music and give a piano lesson, basically, a masterclass on it. Now, as you'll know, masterclasses generally are when someone plays something and then I teach them, usually at a college in front of an audience on a stage. But this is a YouTube one, so why not? Before we start, you know what to do. Check out all my socials, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you're playing this piece. Today we are working on the fourth etude in the Opus 25. This is a Cortot edition of the music. I don't have anything specifically for Cortot in terms of, you have to use the Cortot. I'm not an edition snob. This is just what I got when I was like 12, and so I still have it. I'll link it below in case you guys want to pick one up. So this is the Opus 25, number 4. The left-hand etude, left-hand target practice is another way of thinking of it. Now, as I've said in my previous LTP Masterclass videos on the etudes, how you play an individual etude might be different than how you play the entire set, right? The entire set's 30 minutes, and each etude is only 1/12 of the piece, roughly. It's a movement. So you want to almost think in terms of the whole, right? If you're playing one movement itself, one etude itself, you're basically, you might be a little bit more dynamic and more contrasting within the piece itself because that's kind of it, right? So something to keep in mind. Before we start, also, if you want to hear me play it, check out my first album, Vivace. It's on the online everythings. That album has all the etudes recorded. I also think I have like videos of me playing them online as well, so you can just look that up too. Anyways, let's get to it. The left-hand etude is a cool one, but it's a hard one because you're jumping left hand octaves at a time sometimes. But at the same time, you have to make it a piece of music. It's not just you don't want that either because that sounds bad. So it's kind of an exciting etude. It's kind of an agitated etude. You want to have that kind of, but you still want to have the melodic line because it has a beautiful bum 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 bum. So that melodic line, shape it. Keep that kind of, it's almost a type of anxiety that's written into the piece. But keep that excitement and keep that anxiety, but shape it. I think the way you should shape it probably follows very closely with the shape of if it goes up or down. So as it goes up, get louder. As it comes down, get softer. Bum, 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 bum. More bum, 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 bum. I'll stop singing. Okay, I'll stop singing. I know, when I sing, people like run for the emergency exits in the concerts. Okay, so the left hand though, that's the kicker. That one, I mean, in this piece and all pieces, slow practicing is very helpful generally. Check out videos on slow practicing on my LTP playlist because that can be helpful. I won't go into too much detail here, but long story short, you can do short, long, short, physically play them slow, a combination of things, staccato, all kinds of stuff, and it can help, right? So playing a long, short. Or short, long. That kind of thing can help. But left hand. The fingering in the Cortot one is good. I'm assuming it's probably the same in most editions. So you're not going to be doing 5, 5, 1, 5, 5, 1, 5, 5, 1. I mean, that would be like 8. I mean, it technically is possible. It makes it much harder. So generally, you're going to use your thumb on the top notes for most of them, if not all of them, and then the bottom notes of the tops, of the top like interval, that is. You're going to use like 3s and 2s. Mostly. I use 4 sometimes. The other thing to consider is not only shape the top, shape the bottom. That's a counter melody. So. Oops, wrong notes, but you get the idea. So, together. The other thing is it doesn't have to be exact the entire time. You can still ebb and flow, and I think you really should. Oh, Also, bring out the tops, power pinky. I think we talked about that in the last etude. Comes where you're actually bum bottom, the half notes come in, really kind of emphasize it, almost like playing a volume bum bottom, bum bottom, bum bottom, bum bottom. Pianissimo echo. Here I like to take a little bit of time. It's almost like it's just kind of unwinding, especially. Forte. Legato tops. Echo. Forte. Pull on the notes. Ritardando. Place it. Next page. Pull. Pull. Maybe here emphasize a little bit. It's the first time it's like sorry, what are the notes are? It changes, right? So where can I pick it up now? When you stop, you can't like pick it up. Okay, there's a few measures before. Here. It's unwinding, dying down. Forte. One last push. Okay, my left hand stuck there, so let me try that again. Also, you can bring out when your left hand is doing something interesting, bring it out and shape it. It's like a counter melody. One more time from a better place to start. This is if you're following along in the Cortot edition. I don't have measure numbers, which suck, but page 30, second line. How about first measure? Echo. Forte. Rallentando, kind of dying down. B flat. When you're ending it, I like to have the roll be part of the melody, almost like the notes are written out separately. I don't like that, especially when you're going so slowly. Kind of place it. That wasn't great, but you get the idea. So that's kind of it. The left hand is target practice, and once you get it in the muscle memory, it's a lot easier. Don't feel that you have to play everything exactly. Take your time, and don't be afraid to place it. So placing it and ritardandoing sometimes come together, but they're not necessarily the same thing. So ritardando, ritenuto, that's like when you're slowing up, right? Placing something is basically, it's not really a fermata, but it's kind of like it's like a breath. Bum, bum, bum. And it has it's a little bit different. So don't be afraid to use both of those throughout the piece where appropriate, because it can really help not only you, but it gives the piece a more cohesive feel and makes it not feel so frenetic, right? Because this is kind of an anxious piece, but you also don't want it to get tiring. You still want it to make musical sense. So anyway, hope this was helpful. This is an LTP Masterclass on number 4 of the Opus 25 Etudes. Be sure to comment. Let me know any questions you have below. I'll see if I can get to them. And be sure to subscribe and share and all that stuff for all the algorithms on all the platforms. So I'll see you guys in the next LTP. Bye-bye.